That familiar, gnawing feeling. Not pain, but a pervasive, subtle hum of unease that settles deep within your being. It's the phantom itch of a forgotten task, the frustration of a name hovering tantalizingly on the tip of your tongue just beyond recall. Or the exasperating sensation when a seemingly simple chore, making a quick phone call, writing an email, transforms into an insurmountable mountain of interconnected details, each demanding attention, each feeling disproportionately heavy. This isn't merely a byproduct of growing older, a decline to be accepted. No, this gnawing sensation, this mental fatigue, is fundamentally about noise. It's the relentless, often invisible cacophony that silently infiltrates our daily lives, a pervasive background static that insidiously steals our inner peace, fragments our precious focus, and subtly erodes the vibrant tapestry of our memories, leaving us feeling scattered and overwhelmed. I'm here to illuminate a truth you might initially dismiss as too simple to be profound, those seemingly small everyday adjustments to your immediate surroundings, the way natural light streams into your room, the specific sounds, or lack thereof, that fill your space, even the mindful arrangement of a single overlooked corner of your home. These aren't just minor tweaks to your routine. They are foundational levers that fundamentally reshape your emotional stability, dramatically sharpen your cognitive focus, act as powerful catalysts to retrieve cherished memories you believed were lost forever, and significantly deepen the quality of your sleep. Imagine closing your eyes each night with a mind filled with calm, quiet thoughts, rather than a relentless racing stream of worries. Imagine feeling utterly safe, centered, and profoundly at peace, even when you find yourself completely alone. Picture that elusive name returning to you effortlessly, without strain. Envision waking each morning feeling lighter, invigorated, and genuinely ready to embrace the day instead of burdened and sluggish. This transformative journey isn't about chasing the elusive fountain of youth, nor does it demand a complicated regimen of expensive supplements or the latest fad gadget. This is a profound pathway to reclaiming your inherent balance, sharpening your essential presence, and fortifying your irreplaceable independence. Crucially, it achieves this without any reliance on costly medications or daunting invasive procedures. It's built on the bedrock of safe, repeatable routines, gentle, intuitive movements, and a cultivation of quiet, profound awareness that connects you back to yourself and your environment. Want to be let in on a powerful secret? There are specific 3-minute practices that can restore a profound sense of calm to your nervous system faster and more effectively than an hour of traditional meditation. There exists a simple daily habit more potent than a long walk for achieving immediate, crystal-clear mental clarity. Furthermore, ancient wisdom offers a Japanese ritual designed to radically reduce mind chatter, inviting a palpable sense of peace and tranquility into your living room in less than 24 hours. And the astonishing part, it all begins with a heightened, conscious awareness of the nuanced world around you. Let me vividly paint a picture for you. Consider your kitchen counter. Perhaps it's currently a sprawling collection of yesterday's mail, a forgotten grocery list obscured by a stack of bills, a stray coffee mug with a ring of dried liquid, a handful of keys, and perhaps a few random charging cables. Harmless, you think? Just a bit untidy? Wrong. Each and every one of these disparate items, whether consciously registered or not, is a tiny, persistent visual demand on your brain. It's akin to having 20 separate conversations whispering for your attention simultaneously, each one pulling at your cognitive resources. This isn't just a messy counter, it's a direct, unregulated highway to mental overload and chronic sensory fatigue. It's the insidious reason why you feel that low-level hum of anxiety perpetually simmering beneath the surface. Why the seemingly simple act of remembering where you placed your keys feels like a monumental, exhausting quest. Or why you repeatedly find yourself rereading the same paragraph multiple times, the words blurring without comprehension. This visual clutter, this silent, relentless demand, covertly raises your baseline anxiety levels without you ever truly understanding the cause. It fundamentally compromises your ability to think with clarity, to recall essential details, and most critically, to simply be present in the moment, fully engaged with your life. Or perhaps the culprit is the constant uninvited background noise, the television perpetually droning, the radio always on, a podcast playing just out of earshot. You might genuinely believe you're adept at ignoring it, that it's merely background. But your brain, a relentless information processor, isn't ignoring it at all. It's tirelessly working in the background, constantly processing, filtering, and attempting to impose order on that relentless cacophony. That pervasive background hum? It's not just annoying. It's actively stealing your memory, slowly, subtly, like a thief in the night. It renders focused conversation a strained effort, makes deep immersive reading almost impossible, and pushes truly internal contemplative thought to the brink of extinction, robbing you of the richness of your inner world. And what about that pervasive feeling of constantly skipping a slow, gentle, mindful morning? The habit of rushing straight from sleep into the demands of the day, propelled by a sense of urgency? That, my friends, is a direct, undeniable route to persistent mental fog and a pervasive sense of being overwhelmed. You begin your day already on the defensive, reactive to external pressures, rather than proactive and intentional in shaping your own experience. This sets a frantic tone that ripples through every hour, making focused effort and calm decision-making a constant uphill battle. I've intimately experienced these struggles myself. I've navigated that low, oppressive hum of overwhelm, the frustrating, maddening search for the right words that vanish just as you grasp for them, the constant, exhausting battle to maintain focus in an incessantly busy and demanding world. And I observed these very same struggles mirrored with heartbreaking clarity in countless patients who sought my help. They didn't need another prescription, another pill to mask symptoms. What they desperately needed was a fundamental shift, a simple yet profoundly powerful reorientation. The profound truth, often overlooked, is this. Much of the pervasive mental noise that systematically robs us of our cherished peace, our invaluable clarity, and indeed our very memories, doesn't originate from some inherent flaw deep within our heads. It emanates, with startling consistency, from around us. It's our immediate environment, the physical and digital world we've inadvertently constructed, often without conscious thought or design, has, over time, transformed into a relentless, often overwhelming source of chronic overstimulation. Just take a moment to truly reflect on this. We are under a constant barrage. The incessant ping of digital alerts from multiple devices, the relentless, often sensationalized news cycles demanding our attention, the hurried pace of busy streets, and ironically, even the cluttered, visually demanding spaces within our own homes. Our brains, particularly as we mature and navigate the complexities of life, become incrementally less efficient at filtering this constant, overwhelming barrage of input. The unavoidable result? Chronic cognitive overload, that pervasive, fuzzy, anxious feeling that never quite dissipates, the nagging difficulty remembering even simple details, the constant energy-draining distraction that makes sustained effort a challenge. This isn't a failing of your brain, a sign of inherent inadequacy. It is, unequivocally, a direct consequence of the environment you are currently inhabiting. So, let's embark together on the crucial conversation about reclaiming that sacred space, not just physically, but mentally. Let's talk about unequivocally reclaiming your inner peace. This journey begins with establishing physical order in your surroundings, an order that directly and powerfully translates into mental order. This isn't about adhering to rigid minimalism, an aesthetic that may not resonate with everyone. It is instead about the deliberate creation of inviting anti-anxiety corners, strategically placed throughout your home. These are intentionally small, clean, and visually calming pockets of space. It could be a meticulously cleared section of your kitchen countertop, devoid of any extraneous items. It might be a single, elegantly placed plant in a quiet nook. Or perhaps it's simply a comfortable, uncluttered chair positioned serenely by a window, bathed in natural light. When your eyes instinctively land upon these carefully curated spaces, your brain receives an immediate, palpable break from the incessant demands of visual noise. The immediate effect? Less mental noise, more profound peace, and an unmistakable surge of clarity. The clutter that stealthily steals your memory. It's not exclusively the visible, tangible stacks of physical objects that assault your senses. It extends far beyond that to encompass the metaphorical clutter, the towering stack of unread magazines, the perpetually overflowing email inbox signaling countless pending tasks, the amorphous stuff that perpetually needs doing, but remains undefined and untouched. Each one of these items, visible or invisible, represents an unfinished thought, a lingering decision, a task suspended indefinitely in the mental ether. These unspoken, unaddressed demands relentlessly exhaust your finite mental bandwidth, leaving you drained and distracted. The solution? Start incredibly small. Select just one surface that typically accumulates clutter. It could be your bedside table, a small corner of your desk, or even just a shelf. Your mission? Clear it completely, removing every single item. Once cleared, deliberately place just one or perhaps two truly meaningful objects there. A cherished photograph, a smooth, tactile stone, a small, inspiring piece of art. Now, observe the magic. Every single time your eyes come to rest on this pristine, intentional space, your brain, too, finds a moment of respite and rest. This deceptively simple act is nothing less than a deep restorative breath for your entire mind. Now, let's pivot our attention to the profound impact of sound. True silence in the room doesn't just feel good, it demonstrably sharpens the mind. This isn't merely a poetic notion or a philosophical ideal. It is a robust, undeniable neurological fact. Constant background noise, even if you are not consciously, actively listening or perceiving it, forces your brain to expend an extraordinary amount of energy working harder to filter, process, and ultimately try to make sense of the auditory environment. This cognitive strain significantly impairs memory encoding and retrieval, making it harder to learn and recall information. Furthermore, it elevates the production of stress hormones, keeping your body in a subtle state of perpetual alert. Here's a powerful, yet simple experiment. For just 30 minutes in the morning, immediately after you wake, commit to turning everything off. No television, no radio, no news feeds or podcasts, just the gentle ambient sounds of your home, the distant chirping of birds, the gentle hum of the refrigerator, or simply profound silence. This isn't about deprivation or austerity. It is about deliberate recalibration. It's about gifting your brain the invaluable opportunity to awaken gently, to organize its thoughts without the exhausting competition of external stimuli. This quiet, undisturbed moment, when harmoniously paired with the soft, natural light streaming in from a window, creates a profound and restorative sound plus light, or peace formula. It acts as a powerful, ancient signal to your entire body and nervous system. You are safe. You are at peace. It is time to be fully present. And what about that ubiquitous digital hum that has become the inescapable soundtrack of modern life? The most potent focus ritual for clarity and presence has no phone involved. Seriously, our smartphones, while undeniably incredible portals to an endless universe of information, are simultaneously boundless conduits for relentless, insidious distraction. Before you even think about reaching for your phone in the morning, grant yourself a sacred window of 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes to simply exist purely within your own physical space, fully attuned to your own burgeoning thoughts and sensations. Drink a cool glass of water. Gaze out the window, observing the world without judgment. Engage in a gentle stretch, reconnecting with your body. This small, deliberate delay, this conscious pause, establishes a crucial boundary. It powerfully communicates a clear message to your brain. I am in charge of my attention. I am the master of my focus, not this device, not this endless stream of notifications. This entire philosophy might initially sound almost too simple to be genuinely effective. Yet, its inherent beauty and immense power reside precisely in its elegant simplicity. These aren't merely superficial aesthetic changes designed to improve appearances. These are direct, deeply impactful interventions into the very landscape of your mental and neurological functioning. They systematically reduce the chronic burden on your working memory, thereby liberating vast mental resources for what truly, profoundly matters. Effortlessly remembering names, engaging in rich and meaningful conversations, readily learning new and exciting things, confidently solving complex problems, and most importantly, truly savoring and enjoying the precious tapestry of the present moment. Let's now integrate these powerful principles into a gentle, yet profoundly impactful, daily ritual. This is that coveted USI 3-minute reset, a practice demonstrably more effective than journaling for achieving immediate and profound calm when overwhelm threatens. It is a versatile tool, something you can seamlessly integrate anytime you feel that familiar, subtle hum of anxiety or mental overwhelm begin to creep insidiously into your day. Your 10-minute anti-anxiety corner reset ritual, a guide to instant serenity. Identify and approach an intentionally designated anti-anxiety corner within your home. Remember, this is a space you have mindfully cleared, a haven defined by minimal, visual clutter. It might be a comfortable chair positioned serenely by a sunlit window, or perhaps even just a clean, uncluttered patch of floor where you feel grounded. 1. Settle in with intention. 2 minutes. Begin by positioning yourself comfortably within your chosen space. If seated in a chair, ensure your feet are flat and firmly grounded on the floor. Gently straighten your spine, visualizing an invisible string delicately pulling you upward from the very crown of your head, promoting an elegant, effortless posture. Allow your shoulders to roll back and softly down, releasing any accumulated tension. Let your hands rest lightly and naturally in your lap, palms facing up or down, whichever feels most receptive. You may choose to gently close your eyes, inviting introspection, or soften your gaze on a single neutral focal point directly in front of you. Perhaps a clean, unadorned wall, a carefully chosen plant, or a smooth, comforting stone. Actively notice the quality of light permeating the room, its softness or brightness, and become aware of the deliberate absence of harsh, jarring sounds. This initial settling cultivates immediate presence. 2. Anchor your breath, anchor your being. 3 minutes. Place one hand lightly and reassuringly on your belly, connecting with your body's core. Begin to breathe in slowly and deeply through your nose, consciously feeling your belly gently rise with each inhale. Then, exhale equally slowly and deliberately through your mouth, feeling your belly softly fall. Consciously make your exhale slightly longer than your inhale, allowing for a natural, unforced rhythm. A common guide is to inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 6. Feel the profound sensation of your body becoming incrementally heavier, more deeply grounded, rooted in the present moment. Actively release any lingering tension you perceive in your jaw, your forehead, your shoulders, areas where stress often silently accumulates. This steady, intentional breath is a direct, undeniable signal to your parasympathetic nervous system. You are profoundly safe. You are deeply calm. All is well. 3. Engage your senses with singular focus. 3 minutes. If your eyes were closed, gently open them now. Direct your gaze to a single object within your anti-anxiety corner. It could be the living plant, the intricate design on a book cover, or a cherished framed photograph. Immerse yourself fully in observing this object. Notice its precise color, the subtle nuances of its texture, the unique contours of its shape. Allow your mind to fully and completely engage with this singular visual anchor, excluding all else. Should other thoughts, worries, or distractions attempt to intrude, simply acknowledge them without judgment, and then gently, patiently, guide your attention back to the chosen object. Now, with the same gentle curiosity, shift your attention to the realm of sound, or perhaps the ambient quiet. What specific sounds do you perceive? Is it the distant reassuring hum of the refrigerator, the gentle whispering rustle of leaves just outside your window? Or is it simply the profound, resonant silence itself? Just notice, without attachment or analysis. 4. Affirmation and release, a mental purge, 2 minutes. As you continue to maintain your gentle rhythmic breath, silently repeat a simple, empowering phrase to yourself. Something resonant like, I am calm, I am clear, I am present. Allow these words to resonate deeply within your core, feeling their truth and power. Then, with deep compassion, gently and mentally scan your entire body from head to toe. If you detect any lingering pockets of tension, any areas of tightness or discomfort, consciously imagine breathing directly into that specific area. And then, with a long, cleansing exhale, visualize yourself releasing that tension, allowing it to dissipate like smoke. A mental sigh of profound relief. When you feel a sense of completion, slowly and gently re-engage with your immediate surroundings. Take a moment to consciously register the noticeable shift within you. Notice how much lighter, how much clearer, and how much more profoundly grounded you now feel. This deceptively simple ritual, when performed with consistent regularity, acts as a powerful teacher, guiding your brain to consistently locate and cultivate stillness amidst life's inevitable chaos. It is, in essence, an act of profound mental hygiene, cleansing the internal landscape of your mind. And while we are meticulously discussing the critical importance of mental hygiene, let's briefly but fundamentally touch upon the crucial aspect of what you actively choose to put into your body. Clarity foods, and what absolutely to skip. Forget the infamous afternoon sugar crash. That abrupt, debilitating spike and subsequent plummet in blood sugar wreaks absolute havoc on your sustained focus, your emotional stability, and your overall mood, leaving you depleted and irritable. Instead, deliberately reach for nourishing whole foods, nutrient-dense nuts, vital seeds, antioxidant-rich berries, vibrant leafy greens, and lean, clean proteins. These remarkable foods actively stabilize your blood sugar levels, providing your brain with a consistent, steady stream of vital energy, sustaining optimal cognitive function throughout the day. Conversely, make a conscious effort to skip highly processed snacks, artificially sweetened sugary drinks, and excessive amounts of refined carbohydrates, which only offer fleeting energy followed by inevitable crashes. Your brain, a sophisticated organ, thrives on stable, consistent fuel, not the erratic, disorienting roller coaster rides that junk food provides. And speaking of optimal fuel, do not refrigerate these if you want to maximize their brain energy benefits and availability. Certain healthy fats, crucial for brain health, are best stored at room temperature for maximum flavor, optimal nutrient, integrity, and effortless integration into your daily diet. This includes ripe avocados, premium olive oil, and various nuts. A strategic incorporation of these healthy fats, perhaps a slice of avocado with your morning eggs or a drizzle of olive oil over your toast, can keep your mind remarkably sharp, focused, and energized throughout the entire morning, for an even more profoundly calmer, restorative evening. Consider a small fruit before bed for truly calm dreams. A small, crisp apple, a handful of succulent berries, or half a ripe banana can provide a gentle, sustained release of natural sugars. This offers just enough readily available glucose for your brain's nocturnal metabolic processes without placing an undue burden on your digestive system, which should ideally be resting. This strategic intake can promote a more stable, balanced blood sugar level throughout the night, actively preventing those abrupt, disorienting wake-ups that often stem from a sudden, sharp drop in glucose. When thoughtfully paired with a quiet, dimly lit room and a regimen of gentle, conscious breathing, it meticulously sets the optimal stage for truly restorative, deep, and peaceful sleep. Sometimes, particularly when we live alone or spend extended periods in solitude, our own internal thoughts can paradoxically become an insidious source of persistent noise. It becomes all too easy to ruminate, to allow thoughts to spin endlessly in chaotic loops without any clear direction, resolution, or purpose. Here's a deceptively simple yet incredibly powerful trick. Talk to yourself like this. not merely in the silent confines of your head, where thoughts can swirl unchecked. Instead, verbalize them, out loud, clearly and audibly. Describe your precise plans for the upcoming day, articulating each step. Talk yourself through a challenging problem you're actively trying to solve, externalizing each facet. Ask yourself questions, and then, importantly, verbally answer them. While this might feel initially silly or even a bit awkward, verbalizing your thoughts in this manner forces them into a linear, coherent, and organized structure. It literally pulls them out of the swirling, chaotic vortex of your internal mind and systematically arranges them into a digestible, logical sequence. It is an extraordinarily powerful tool for achieving instant clarity, fostering deep self-connection, making you feel profoundly less alone, and placing you firmly in command of your mental space. This entire transformative journey is not merely about redecorating your living space. It is about the deliberate, conscious act of creating a profound sanctuary, not just within the walls of your home, but more importantly, within the boundless landscape of your own mind. It is a testament to the power of building inherent resilience, one mindful, conscious choice at a time. It's about deeply understanding that peace and clarity are not elusive treasures that you passively find through some external means. Rather, they are precious internal states that you actively, consistently cultivate through intentional practice and unwavering self-awareness. Always, and without exception, respect your individual limits. If any practice or routine feels uncomfortable, strained, or causes any distress, stop immediately. These routines are inherently gentle, thoughtfully designed to support and enhance your natural physiological and psychological rhythms, but it is imperative that you adapt them as needed for the unique needs of your body and mind. If you have any underlying medical or psychological conditions, please consult a qualified professional before making any significant changes to your established routine. These practices are intended to complement, not to replace, professional medical or psychological advice. You already possess the inherent power, the innate capability, to profoundly transform your daily experience, to sculpt a life of greater peace and presence. You do not require expensive gadgets, charismatic gurus, or complex methodologies. You already possess the most powerful tools: your breath, your conscious awareness, and your immediate environment. So here is my sincere challenge for you, presented with an open heart. Today, right now, choose just one small yet profoundly calming swap from the practices discussed. Will you commit to clearing just one cluttered surface in your home, liberating it from visual noise? Or will you embrace the discipline of dedicating just 15 minutes to a device-free, quiet morning, reclaiming your mental space before the digital world intrudes? And then, make a profound commitment to yourself. Try that transformative 10-minute anti-anxiety corner reset ritual. Grant yourself the immense, invaluable gift of profound calm, clarity, and peace. Tell me, what single habit will you courageously choose to start today? And what specific topic, what new frontier on this journey to balance, presence, and unwavering independence do you yearn to explore next? I am listening intently,